How's it going again, Guardians? LVnative here with another Destiny video. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at my preferred setup when I'm running my Sunsinger in the Crucible. Now, I have two particular setups that I usually like to use depending on the situation, but I will get more into that later on in the video. For now, let's take a look at the stats. One, I like to run max armor on my Sunsinger just to give me a little bit more survivability. Let's take a look at our grenades. We have the Solar Grenade, a grenade that creates a flare of solar light, which continually damages enemies trapped inside. The Firebolt Grenade, a grenade that unleashes bolts of solar light at nearby enemies. And last but not least, we have the Fusion Grenade, an explosive grenade that causes bonus damage when attached to its target, aka you stick 'em. These are all pretty good grenades. I usually prefer the Firebolt Grenade. It works really well with this build, and I'm actually going to show you a couple of clips later that proves why I think it is the best setup for this build and this grenade in particular. Moving on to our glide, we have the Focused Control upgrade glide for better directional control while in the air. You also could go with Focused Burst, upgrades glide to provide an initial boost of speed, or Balanced Glide, upgrades glide to provide bonuses to both speed and control. I usually like the Balanced Glide. It just gives me a little bit of both, maneuverability and some speed whenever I hit my jump. I used to run with Focus Burst sometimes, but I really like the Balanced Glide. For your Radiance, you have Song of Flame. While active, Radiance reduces all cooldowns for nearby allies. Also, Radiant Skin. While active, Radiance reduces incoming damage. And last and definitely not least, we have Fireborn. Radiance can now be activated from beyond the grave. Doing so returns you to life. Radiance duration is reduced. Now, for most situations, I usually prefer to run with the Radiant Skin. It's going to give you that extra durability that I like. It's not going to shorten my Radiance at all, and I'm able to do a lot of damage while I have that super active. However, I did say there are times that I change up my build. This is one of those times. If I am running 3v3s, mainly trials, I choose to run with Fireborn. Here's a reason on why I love Fireborn so much. So take a look at this situation here. This is a trials match that I was involved in yesterday. Now, this is a perfect example of why I like to run Fireborn whenever I'm in the Trials of Osiris, or pretty much any 3v3. Now, stuff gets a little hectic here. Bodies start falling everywhere. Supers are getting popped left and right. He just popped his Blade Dancer. The enemy comes in with a Fist of Havoc here in a second. Anyway, I don't use my Radiance yet. I allow him to get the revive on me, which he does. That was clutch, but now this guy and I trade. It should be a draw. I pop my Radiance to come back to life and secure the win. So even though I didn't have to do anything after using that Radiance, just the fact that I used it to come back to life gave us the win. And that just sealed it off, and that was our 5th victory, and we move on to the next challenge. Had we lost that, they would have tied it up 4-4. Of course, we would have got a draw on that one, but you can see the power of just using to come back to life can sometimes be enough to get you the win. So, yeah, it's really good to run in trials and other 3v3s, but for the most part, if it's any other Crucible, instead of running Fireborn, I prefer to run with that Radiant Skin just to give me that extra durability. Comes in really handy, especially in 6s. So just remember, Radiant Skin for most of your PvP. If you're going to trials, go with the Fireborn. For your melee, you have Flame Shield. Damaging an enemy with Scorch reduces incoming damage for a short time. Solar Wind. Reduce the cooldown of Scorch. Hitting enemies with Scorch knocks them back. Or Brimstone. Reduce the cooldown of Scorch. Killing enemies with Scorch causes them to explode. Not a bad perk to run with. Pretty fun. However, Flame Shield wins hands down in every situation. That little overshield you get with that is just way too overpowered to not take. You don't have to kill the enemy, just damage them, and it will let you win a lot of 1v1s up close. For these, go ahead and take whatever you want. I take Arcane Force because I like max armor, but do whatever you like in that column there. So yeah, moving on to our next column, you've got a couple of interesting choices. Radiant Will, increase the duration of Radiance. Pretty self-explanatory. Then you have the ever-popular Viking Funeral. Enemies you ignite burn longer and take more damage. Or Sunburst. Killing an enemy with Scorch has a chance to generate an orb of light. Viking Funeral wins hands down. It is so overpowered when combined with 2 other perks in this tree. We'll get to that in a second. Just know what I'm talking about when I say to take Viking Funeral. You will not regret it, boys and girls. Trust me. Again, here, take whatever you like. I go Divine Order again because I want maximum armor, but feel free to distribute however you like. In our final column, you have Touch of Flame. All grenades ignite enemies, causing damage over time. Angel of Light. Aiming your weapon while in the air will hold you in place for a short time. And Gift of the Sun, to gain an additional grenade. That's always nice to get another grenade. Not a bad perk. However, Touch of Flame is where it's at. This is going to ignite all your enemies on fire with your grenades. And with Viking Funeral, if they're ignited, they burn longer and take more damage. Now we introduce the Firebolt Grenade. This is auto-target. You just throw this anywhere near people and it's going to hit a couple of people and cause them to burn. And when I say burn, I mean burn for a while. You can almost one-shot an enemy with this setup. Take a look at this clip and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So in this clip here, first we're going to start off with the Radiance. Now you can use this when you can chuck so many grenades and people know how dangerous they are. I can just chuck them back there. I got a few hits there. I kill one guy, severely weaken the other one. But anyway, I sent their whole team back into their spawn. And I just keep checking these in here, just kind of like suppressive fire. Killed another one, but it forced their whole team back into their spawn, allowed my team to start moving in, and we ended up pinching them pretty badly here. It's just a great utility, not just for killing people, but for zoning out something as well. Now here, I take a lot of damage, but I tag him with the grenade, so I know he's only going to need 1 or 2 shots to go down. It's just so overpowered how much damage that grenade will do, and it just auto-targets. It does all the tracking for you. You just throw it near the enemies, and you're going to get those hits. I get a couple of kills right here. It's just severely overpowered, and plus I'm getting that flame shield back with any of those melee hits. It's just a really great setup. Alright, now this clip here is really fun. I hit 2 guys as they're coming around the corner, kills one instantly. This guy, he is still burning, he is still burning, he is still burning, and then he finally goes down when my teammate takes him down. But he was almost completely dead from just that one shot on that grenade as well. Now, this one here, again, I'm going to pop Radiance and, kind of go to town on people. I leave him alone because I know he's going to burn out. Now, this guy's got a heavy machine gun, and I still go toe-to-toe with him. I ended up killing 2 people before going down to a heavy. Not a bad trade-off. This is a fun clip that just shows that if you know they're going to die from the burn, you can just run away to cover. I'm hurting, but I know I've tagged him, plus he's burned, he's going to die. I didn't even need to hit him that many times. I could have backed away 1 shot prior. So I hope that illustrates just how powerful that Touch of Flame, Viking Funeral, and the Firebolt Grenade can be. Those Firebolt Grenades are just going to always lock onto your target, as long as you get it anywhere close to them. Just does a really, really good job of burning them all the way down. Moving on to our armor setup, I prefer to run Max Intellect, Max Discipline, because I want that super recharge quickly, and I want to be chucking grenades everywhere. That's the preferred setup for me. Now, as far as the armor pieces, Light Beyond Nemesis is a great choice if you're going to be running trials, mainly because it lets you get revived quicker and allows you to revive your teammates quicker as well. Very important in trials to be able to get those quick revives in those really, really tense situations. You also could run with the Ram if you wanted to just give absolute max armor. In fact, on a lot of my other Warlock builds, I will run the Ram just because I like to be able to take that extra damage and give me that, added survivability. But when I'm running with Sunsinger and I'm not doing trials, I usually am going to run with my Heart of the Proxic Fire. Now, I do this because the ability cooldowns it gives you for your grenades and your melee are insane. Further decrease the ability cooldowns while Radiance is active and greatly increase agility. That's why in those clips you were able to see me just chuck grenade after grenade after grenade at people. And it just allows you to be so devastating when that super is active. It's a really, really fun piece of armor to use with this particular build. So that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a comment and a like down in that section below. But before I leave, I just wanted to send a big shout out to my man Nacho Cheese. Now, this is a fan of my channel. He said, that he just liked my videos, and he took it upon himself to send me, a new banner art as well as a new logo art to be able to use in my channel and on my videos, and I'm super, super grateful for that. I'm going to leave a link to his channel in the upper right hand corner right there. Do me a favor, go check him out. He's got some really entertaining commentary as well. Just super nice individual to take it upon himself to do that for me. I greatly appreciate it, Nacho Cheese. Thank you very much, man. That's going to wrap it up, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned because there is plenty more to come. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do not hesitate to smash that like button and leave a comment in the section down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more great videos like this in the future. As always, this is LVnative, you guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next one.